It's Squishy Stitches, or Shenandoah, coming back at you. I said it wouldn't be so long, and I'm here. I said last time during the 24 hours of cross stitch that I would do a WIP parade, so that's in the plans. But I got a couple things I want to show you that I purchased. Not all of them are cross stitch related, but you'll have to forgive me because I'm kind of obsessed. So there's this Netflix show called Agretsuko, which has this character, Little Raccoon. And I am obsessed with her. She is me. So that's her in her daily life. Or that's what she presents to people. And this is how she feels inside. Or sometimes when it's really bad, she pulls out the chainsaw. So I got those for my desk at work, which will be lots of fun. And then just a tiny bit of haul. I got this one from the Bendy Stitchy D-Stash. It's a little witch with the moon. I kind of really like it. It's called Witch's Dance by Lavender Wings. And the writing on it says, "The time has come for the witch's dance, and the spooks from far and near will gather and make merry, for Halloween is here." And I like that, so I bought it. And then the other one was, I've been obsessed with this one for a while, but never bought it, so I got this one. Snow from Heaven and Earth Design. It is a discontinued pattern. However, I was able to find it on 123 Stitch. So, they still had a copy. My favorite part, if you can see, she has snowflakes on her boobs. Yeah. I don't know why I love that, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. Alright, so some of these I'm going to have to edit in pictures, so that'll be an interesting experience for both of us. Itchy nose. So the first one I finished, well, I didn't finish, but it is a page finish. So Heaven and Earth Designs had a challenge of start a new start and finish it by June 26th, and I finished the page. And I started a little bit on the next one. But that's what this is. This is Ninja Dragonlings by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And I let it sit there for about a year, and then I finally got it. And I started it and have the first page done. And I am officially obsessed. Then the next one, give me 1 second, is by Persik Isle Needleworks. It's a local Michigan company. When my son's class took a trip to Mackinac Island, of course I had to buy a cross stitch. This is actually not the lighthouse on Mackinac Island. This is the one in Mackinac City. So it's Mackinac Point Lighthouse. We actually toured it. I will put in some pictures and a little bit of video if I have some of the lighthouse. I don't remember. But that's the lighthouse. And because we were there, I had to do a little start on it. There we go. So it's a tiny itty bitty start that I did while we were there. I think this is going to be my work project this week, just so I can bust it out. Alright, and this one, let me find the pattern. This is going to be an 10th anniversary piece that I want to finish by me and my husband's 10th anniversary, which is next year. Right? Yeah. Had to think about that for a second. It was either next year or this year. So it is Love Actually by Emma Congdon. Saw this one and I was, again, obsessed. I hope this isn't reversed, but if it is, I'll fix it next time. And I've got a little bit of a start on that one. And this one is going to be on an 18 count opalescent Ada, just because I had it. You can see I started it once before, but I couldn't figure out where I was. So I just restarted it in the other corner. I'll pick that part out later. Par for the course. Stuff is everywhere. I also have, this one is a stocking for my son. A few months ago I was decluttering stuff and found an old stocking I had started for him when he was a baby. And it was like 3 snowmen stacked, and he's looking at it, he's like, I don't really like that pattern, but you could still make me a stocking. So we sat down and we picked out a pattern, and he picked out this one. It's another Heaven and Earth design, go figure. This one is called Magical Arrival by Ann Stokes. So that's it. Ooh. So we'll bring it close up for some detail shots. Look at that leaf. Holy shnikes. And the dragon, and you can start to see the stocking popping up. I really need to get back to work on this one. This one is on 28 count mushroom Lugana, I believe. Oops, I'm losing the needle. Hold on. Can't do that. Ooh, there we go. So I'm hoping to finish this one by Christmas. And if you ask my husband, I'm over half done. Yeah. He can't tell, can he? So that one's one in the works. This one was a surprise from my cousin's wife, Alinda. So she watches my channel. She started cross-stitching again because I reminded her of it. And one day she messaged me and said, I have this. I'm never going to do it. Do you want it? And it is The Space Traveler by David, I don't remember his name. And I've got just a tiny bit started on this. I started this on my birthday. But I wanted to finish the page on Ninja Dragging Wings first. And so now I'm working on this one for the rest of the month, and then I'll go back to my son's stocking. Oop, dropping my planner. But this one is 28 count Lugana. I don't know the company. I bought it because it was cheap. And for a Heaven and Earth design, that's all I really need. Alright, and then another Heaven and Earth design. This one's for my husband. It is Blue Dragon. Just get the planner behind it. Yes, I'm putting my planner behind these, which isn't working on this one because the planner is so colorful. So let's figure this out. We can do it. I know we can. Alright, so this is the beginning of Blue Dragon. I don't remember the title, but it was made famous by Carolyn Mazzio. So that's just the top corner. This one is on a 25 count. I bought this one as a kit from Heaven and Earth Designs, which totally worth it. If you look at my first or second video, I show what comes in their kits, and it's quite a lot. I did lose the needle threader, which is a shame because it was gorgeous. Lamp blown glass and all of that. So, and then this one is yet another Heaven and Earth Designs, I think. No, it's not the last one in my pile. I like big projects and I cannot lie. This one is Gypsy Firefly by Amy Stewart. And that's what I got done. I've got all of page 1 and all of page 2. This was, I started when I first discovered Heaven and Earth Designs last year. And I decided to do it 10 stitch. I since have decided I pretty much hate that method, but I'm going to continue doing it because I like it. I was doing parking on it. I've tried different ways of parking. I'm really not a parker. I'm gonna stop doing that. And this one is big. So this is side to side. Side to side. It is a yard. And then it keeps going. Yeah, it's huge. And now I gotta roll it back up. But you can watch me roll it. Because, you know, that's such interesting camera stuff. Right? Watching somebody roll fabric. Do 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 do. Maybe it should be the Jeopardy song. Do 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 boom boom. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling goofy. Alright, so this one, I don't remember the name, but it's by Emma Cogden. It's from Cross Stitch Crazy. It's the Aurora Borealis one. Colors of Aurora, maybe? I don't know. There's a big Sal on Instagram about it. I think it actually goes this way. Yeah, it goes that way. Can't tell. It goes that way, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm sure it goes this way. And you can see me. So there you go. That one's a little start. I really like this one. I just don't have all the colors. And I have so many other projects. But I will get to that one. It'll turn into a work project at some point. And this one is semi-secret stitch. This one's for my friend Maddie. When I eventually finish it. So I don't say who it is, it's just a donut stitch. And I'm sure you can find it if you really want. And that's over, some left over from the purple Lagana from Mermaid Firefly. This one is new as well. I got this one, my husband bought it for me. Because I saw it on Instagram. I don't remember who did it, but she does really beautiful projects and she's really good at taking Instagram pictures. I'll find her name and put it down below. But she had posted her finished project of it and I fell in love and I had to have it and it was out of print. So I spent several months looking for the exact one she had. I looked at other versions of it and just couldn't find one I liked. But it is The Great Wave off of Kangawara by Hokusai. Sorry, I am not good at Japanese names, even though my husband's cousins Cassie and Nemiko and his aunt are all Japanese. But that's what I've got so far. And in case you don't know what it looks like, you've seen it before. I guarantee you've seen it before. But that's the picture. It is a kit by Maya. It uses anchor threads, which is interesting. So, came with this little floss card. Like that. All pre-sorted. And then, I really love their packaging. With some extra skeins. And unlike Dimensions kits and whatever, it's actual skeins, which is nice. But yeah, I looked for this one for a good 6 months before I found it on eBay one day, and it was a decent price. It wasn't like hundreds of dollars. It was, I think, 30 or 40. So not too bad. And so my husband bought it for me, and I love it. And I'm very happy to have it. I just haven't worked on it much. It's on, it looks like 18 count Ada. And then the next one is yet another Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm not obsessed, no. My husband says it's okay. He says you have to finish all of them before you die, so buy as many as you want. Hopefully it works out that way, right? Anyway, this one is Evolutions in Rainbow or something like that by Walking Melons. And that's what I've got so far. This is my first experiment in extreme cross country. I got the small or the mini in Max Colors, or is it the regular in Max Colors? I don't remember. It's Max Colors because I do Max Colors. The Gypsy Fireflies Max Colors. The Ninja Dragonling is Max Colors. This one's Max Colors. If it's an option, I get it in Max Colors. So there's that one. This one's probably my oldest WIP. No, second oldest. But it's the longest since I've worked on it. And it is an ornament from Dimensions Gold for my stepmom. So that's where it is. And this is an experiment with stretcher bars because I watched Stitcherista. I really love the stretcher bars for this size project though. It's perfect. But this is what it will look like. And it is called Joy Ornament. And this one is Strike a Balance by Emma Congdon. That's how far I've gotten. This has been a work project for ages, so everything you see on here was done at work. But I got a little burnt out on it, so I've been rotating projects at work. So that'll probably be after the, whatchamacallit, the lighthouse. Or not, I don't know. I'll decide when that time comes. Thank you very much. This is a Dimensions kit again. My husband bought me a lot of Dimensions kits, and I do like them. They're pretty. This one I replaced the fabric. This was the fabric. And the picture had a very ivory fabric, and that is very gold. And I wanted ivory, and I decided I wanted to do it on a Lugana, or an even weave. Not sure what this is. I bought it so long ago, but it's probably a 28 count. But that's what I have done. You can tell it's a flower. That was a start one day, middle of the night, when I couldn't sleep because I have chronic insomnia. Happens. But this is what it will look like when it's eventually finished. I am obsessed with peacocks. Like, I know everybody says Lakeisha's obsessed with them. I'm sorry, I haven't really delved into her channel whole lot. I do this thing where I watch every Flosstube of somebody before I start watching their current. And right now I'm working my way through two. One is Coffee Stitcher Gerald, and the other is Rita Marie Does Stuff, or Does Stitching. I think that's what it's called. Jessie Marie. Why am I thinking Rita Marie? Jessie Marie. Really great channels. I really love them both. I hope they don't find it creepy that I'm watching from day one. That's what I do. So eventually I'll get to her. But there's so much to do, and I don't watch that much because I tend to listen to music when I stitch, not watch TV. This is another one for my husband. So this was taken with me to work the last couple days. There's a string hanging off the back. But it's a Riola's kit, and it is a little fox. So I started out doing the fox in here, but then I was like, you know, if I finish the fox, I'm never going to do the background. And so I've been working on the background. I worked on all of this while I worked the last 2 weeks. So that's what I work in a call center, so my boss doesn't really care what we do between calls as long as we're not being noisy. So between calls, and we're starting to go into our slower season, so I get like 10 minutes between calls. get that. So, and you know, sometimes I don't do that. I also have Kindle on my computer, so I read books there. And so, I read about a book a week at work. And I get days off sometimes. Surprise days off. I have a 4-day weekend this weekend because they gave me voluntary time off. You volunteer for time and you get it, maybe. And I volunteered for Friday and they're like, hey, you can have the whole day. I was like, sweet. I was only expecting like an hour. And then I got a call on Friday, hey, you don't have work on Monday either. So, no VTO for a while, but this is what the realist fox will look like. Isn't that just amazing? I love the colors so much. Look at that little face. Look at that face. He's so cute. Yeah, I love that one. Maybe I'll keep working on that one at work. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, this one. Saw this one on, I think, Minty Stitcher last year. So it is Mandragora. By some company I don't remember. But it's a mandrake. Or as I call it, the angry potato. Because it looks like an angry potato. And this is what I've got done on it. I stole her idea for green fabric. It was too good of an idea, so thank you. If she ever watches. That's what I've got. I really do enjoy this one. It'll get done eventually. This was my first Heaven and Earth design. This one's been in timeout for a very long time because I made a mistake. And the fabric bugs me. This was an MCG Textiles fabric before I knew it was all wonky and weird. And you can see, if I hold the fabric straight, that the design's going woo. But this is, it was a freebie, Maui Mermaid, or something like that, Maui Princess, something like that. It's a mermaid. And I'm just doing the black. I think I've figured out the mistake, so it might come out again. We will see. If not, I'll restart it. I really do love the pattern. It's by Hannah Lynn, which I like her artwork. It's very pretty. I have a couple of hers in my cart, but I have to finish this one first. Because, you know, can't do everything. That's kind of my rule with Heaven and Earth designs, is I will only do one of a designer until I finish it. After that, it's game on. Alright, and then this one is a frosted pumpkin stitchery. I'll have to link the picture because I never printed it. I bought this before I realized that I just really don't like that style to stitch. I think they're adorable, but I don't enjoy stitching them. So this is winter. I was doing this one at work right up until middle of May. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not in the mood for winter anymore. So that one came home. And I don't have a problem with it. I will finish it. I might even buy the other seasons and do those. I haven't decided. I need a drink. And it's McDonald's. Because I had that for breakfast. Because, I mean, can't beat McDonald's breakfast. This one, everybody seems to have done this, but I'm really far behind everybody. It's Quotes to Live By. I am doing my own colors. So, like, there's the acid green in there, there's gray, purple. I think I'm going to do some blues or teals. I'm kind of making it up as I go. But, dude, look at that little border there. That is so gorgeous. That's very pretty. Not to toot my own horn, but That's an Emma Congdon. I don't know if you can buy it anymore. She was in the process of discontinuing it. So I'm sorry if you can't get it. She's discontinued it. This one is one my son started, and this is probably going into the UFO pile because it's given me nothing but headaches. But it's a Dimensions Fairy. And I know I can get this designer on Heaven and Earth Designs. Even this exact picture, but much more detailed. But this one's just given me fits from the start. First I started with the moon, and I miscounted. So I have to rip all that out. And then I went and restarted over in the corner, and I've messed up. So it's in the naughty pile. And it might just stay there. We'll figure that out later. This one I started again in the middle of the night, insomnia fit. Same with quotes to live by. It's a thing I do. I can't sleep for 3 days, so I start a new project. But it's a carrot by Artisty? I don't know. It's a carrot. And that's what I have done. Nothing wrong with it, but I mean, I'm just not all that inspired by a carrot. But it would look adorable in my kitchen. And I have the eggplant too. So maybe eventually it'll get done. And this one. I've started this one when I was 16. And then I moved and I lost the pattern. And then I bought it again. And that was at my dad's house. And I moved and it was left in my closet and mice ate it. I was about halfway done that time. And then I bought it again and restarted it. And got about halfway through and realized I made a major counting mistake that I missed a whole row of 10 for like half the pattern. So I bought new fabric and got ready to restart it, and I have restarted it, which is that. Can you even see it? Let me get something behind it. There, that. And it is all wrong. So I have to rip it out and restart it again. You'd say just give up on it, but for some reason I have always wanted this one in my house ever since I was 16. Even though it's not really my style anymore, I want to finish it. But it's this one. Stacked Teacups by Candlemar Designs. I just don't know if I'm ever going to be capable of doing it. Ah! Anyway, moving on. And then the next one I have, this is my oldest current WIP. Besides this one, which I've restarted over and over and over and over and over again. I guess that could be my oldest WIP, but it's restarts. Smoky Mountain Cats. This one is by Janlin. It was originally charted by Pegasus. There are a couple people who are doing this one, and I really love it. This was in my Aunt Jo's house, and it was in her garage, and I always loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And couldn't ever find it, and she didn't have the pattern. And one day, I found the pattern. It's not Pegasus, which is what hers was, it's Janlin, but I don't care. And that's what I have done. They're my cuties. So I'm about halfway through. And that one has gone to work several times. So, and it will continue to go to work. I think all mine on 14 count Ada will just rotate through work. Because the lighting's not great there, so I need big holes. Alright, and then this one, I got for the hedgehog sale that was Ginger Gerald salad with somebody else. I don't remember who. It was a year ago. Don't ask me. I don't keep notes like that. I never will. Just honestly, I just never will. But it's hedgehogs. And see, I got the fox, and then I got this idea. I need a bunch of woodland animal on my wall. So this counts. This is a woodland animal. I've got the fox. I want to get a raccoon and some bunnies, and there's a Riolis one that's a red panda that I want to get, and I'm just gonna go with it. It'll be cute. But this is how much I have of the hedgehog. I have the mushroom. Most of the mushroom. It just hasn't gotten a lot of stitching on it because I got so many projects. And then this one, I saw this on somebody's Flosstube, but I don't remember who. But it is Aber's Art's Fairy Tale Town. And there is somebody on Friday night off the grid who is stitching this. And she does she's much further than me. She's on the 4th page and I'm on the 2nd. And she'll finish it way before I will. But I really like that one. I don't work on the pattern too much. I know we're not supposed to show, but you're never going to be able to make this pattern from this little bit. But the symbols are all the same. It's like you have a navy T and a black T and a purple T, and they're all right next to each other. And it is such a headache. I mean, I love the picture, I love the detail, it's gorgeous. And I want it. It'll go great behind my couch. Because it is 64 inches by 10.5 inches long. So it's 2 yards. But that's what I have done. I've got part of the yellow road, the yellow cobblestone road. Got this bush mostly done. And I've got a lot of the house, the first house. First house is a Victorian with a blue roof. Here's a better picture of it. So that's what that part will look like. And I also bought, I don't like the white sky, so I bought some blue variegated thread that I'm going to do in the sky. And that's where I'm at that one, and that is all of them. Let's see how many that is. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22, 23, 24, and 25. 25. So it's really not that bad. I thought I had more. So 25 projects. I'm rotating through them constantly. I tend to work through with Q-snaps. I do have a floor stand, but it needs a replacement knob, or a replacement part, before I can use that. There's no reason I haven't got it in it. It's only $43, but I haven't. And yeah, I was gonna show you my planner, but I don't know why, because I like my planner. It's pretty. It matches my nails. Look at that. This is my favorite nail polish. 'Cause it color shifts. Whee! Okay, enough of the nail polish. But that's all my projects. So I'm gonna take the lighthouse to work till it's done. It should only take a couple weeks. And then I'm going to work on the TARDIS till I finish my goal for the June 24-hour Stitcher challenge, which I'm doing 240 stitches for each letter. And then after that, I'm gonna switch back to the dragon. This is Magical Arrival by Anne Stokes again. And so those are my plans, and I'll show you the lighthouse again once I find it, because it's small. And I got to go all the way to the top of the lighthouse. All the way up there. And that was really cool, and I will put pictures. I took a couple videos of Mackinac. I'll put them on the end. For those of you who don't know what Mackinac Island is, it's this little tourist island in northern Michigan. It's between the upper and lower peninsula. I think it's on the Lake Superior side. So there's no cars. Not a single one. Everything is done by horse-drawn carriage. Every delivery of like wood and everything, all of that, horse-drawn carriage. Gets pulled over by a ferry, and then the carriages bring it to where it has to go. Or bikes. There's bike couriers and all that. But they have really good fudge. It's a really quiet island. Actually, it was really nice. It was just very quiet, complete change of pace. No cars. It's a touristy place, so there's lots of people and there's lots of places to eat and shops to go to. But there's no cars. And it's very peaceful. Me and my husband are planning on taking our 10th anniversary trip back up there during the Lilac Festival, where the lilacs are in bloom, which will be June. So it'll be early for our anniversary because we got married in October. But me and my husband have never done anything in any kind of order that made sense. We just never have. So whatever. We took our honeymoon before we got married. We bought a house before we were oh no, we were engaged. But we lived together before we got engaged. And then we bought a house and had a kid, took the honeymoon, and then we got married. So we do things in our own way. So, but that's what we're planning, and I will put pictures of Mackinac. The first day at the island was gorgeous. It was like 60 degrees, so it was great walking weather. We went on a carriage tour of the island. They took us around. The horses' names were Leon and Leroy, and they were big workhorses. I don't know what type. I have pictures of them. The driver's name, I don't remember the driver's name. This is why I should write things down. But he was hilarious. I learned a lot. And then the next day was so cold. And we checked out of the hotel at like 7 a.m. for breakfast, and then walked around the island until 3 o'clock when the ferry was. And it was like 40 and raining, and I forgot a coat. So I ended up buying a hoodie and a hat because it was cold and raining. There was still snow on the island when we went in mid-May. It's that far north. But it was a great trip, so I can't say enough about it. It was a great school trip. And next year we're going to Lansing and Detroit, which will be not as great, but you know. They plan the trips around what they're learning in school, so this year the third graders were learning about Michigan history, so we went to Mackinac. Because there's a lot of history there, like a church that was brought over brick by brick when the whole lake was frozen over, stuff like that. And then there's like the Mackinac Bridge, which is one of the longest suspension bridges. I think it's the longest one in the United States. I don't remember. But stuff like that, that's historical. Next year it's more of socio and political, so see the capital, see the biggest city. And after that it'll be even bigger and more expensive trips, because we'll go to Washington DC, New York, somewhere in Mexico, Costa Rica. It's gonna be a lot of money, y'all. We'll figure it out though. We always do. But that's basically it. I don't think I have anything else to ramble on about. I got a new planner finally. It's June and I finally got a new planner. It's a happy planner. That doesn't start till July, but it's 18 months, so it'll be good through the rest of this year and next year. Unless I get bored of it and want something different. Which is always a possibility with me. So, yeah. That's about it. Have a good day. Bye.